So one of the most common problems that I see people run into is when they go to halter their horse like puts their head up and makes it harder. But usually it's because of the way that you halter the horse. So I'm going to show you two different ways that you can halter, especially with these clips on the side. One makes a big difference and makes it a lot easier. One makes it a little bit harder or easier for your horse to put his head up. So the first one is when you kind of put it up over his head with the clip out. Hi! I'm going to use Wyatt to show the difference. Come on, you want to back up? Back it up, back it up. There we go. So if I go to put it on like this, I'm kind of pushing his head up, and you can see him already starting to avoid me. I put his head up and make it really hard to get his halter on, and then it kind of makes it uncomfortable when I push his ears down like that. So I'm just making the whole process a little bit harder for everybody. But if I use the buckle, he likes to show his teeth. If I use the buckle, I can put the crown piece of the halter around his neck, and then I can naturally put his head down with the crown piece, and then put the nose piece on and still ask him to put his head down with the crown piece. Good boy. So I can make it a little bit easier to get him to make my job a little easier. And you're also kind of controlling the horse a little bit when you've got the halter already around the neck. You've got a little bit of control, and you can kind of tell him, you can kind of protect yourself with this because you've got your arms where they can tell him where to go and what to do. And it just makes it easier to get the right thing from your horse. Good boy. And I feel like that was a good example there where he kind of like knocked me with his head, where I can protect myself and ask him to put his head down. So I'm teaching him how to make haltering easier. Good boy. Then if I tried to do it with the snap off, it's much easier for him to smack me. Good boy. Try it one more time that way so you can kind of see the difference. So when I go to do it like this, I don't have any control of him. So a lot of times people have to put the rope over their neck, which is effectively doing the same thing as the halter. And then they have to go like chase their horse's head like that. And it's kind of teaching him to do the wrong thing. So I can't even get it on with him when I do it like that. Turn around the neck, head comes down. It's a lot easier for everybody and safer too. Hi! Then you can always throw in a treat for good measure. Hope that helps.